Oh, to a very formal, not full tier list. It's gonna be my first time at making one. But yeah, be patient with me. I don't know like every character in this game, but I know a good amount. But mostly, I'm gonna just be ranking off of how consistent in tournament I think they are, plus what they can do on paper, plus what they have done like so far. I'll just try to do a combination of those three for the most part. Some characters are gonna be harder than others, but bear with me. And I think S tier, A tier, B tier, um, it's mostly fine. Let me rename this one. I'll just rename this bottom. Bottom is only two characters. I don't know how they've been bottom tiers for 10 years in a row. Multiple patches, but somehow they've managed to have amazing consistency, and it's Little Mac and this other guy. And yeah, these two. Okay, sure, they have X Factor, but just that. Just bad neutral. Just bad edge guarding. They're not consistent at tournament at all. Best they can manage is like maybe a top 8 at like a regional. Maybe they could win a regional if the player is good enough, but they're just outclassed by every single other character. And every single character above them has, something more than just, they hit you hard and maybe you can win the set. So yeah. Those are the worst two, my opinion. Alright. So D tier are bad characters. Could still win. Somewhat. They have okay consistency. So I'm gonna put DDD, and this is not ordered, by the way. So yeah, it's all in one tier. So I'm gonna put DDD here. I don't think he's that good. I think Plant's a joke. It's not trash. Dr. Mario definitely. I'll place them and then explain afterwards. Yeah, Kirby's not all that really. Is there anyone else? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe. Nah, I feel like I'm just gonna have a lot of C tiers. Alright, fuck it. Alright. I'm gonna put these four for now. Yeah, DDD, he just has no real way of like approaching approaches. He only beats you if you just kind of like offer his like double jump mix-ups. Every single DD you fight is just gonna do one extra jump, middle of like their disadvantage state, and then try to back at you. I'm gonna do it every single time. Everyone parries it. Everyone avoids it now. Grottos aren't mainly a threat unless you're ledge trapping, and my character does not get ledge trapped by Grotto. Aha, so yeah, it's avoidable, it's potent. somewhat, and yeah, that's practically it. He's a heavy. He's a heavy. Speaking of heavy, okay. Okay, we're here too. Finishing DD. He's a heavy. Sure, he gets edge guard, but he doesn't. He sucks at putting people off the stage, so it doesn't really matter. Can't put characters off the stage for long enough for him to get himself hit, and yeah, he'll just dies. You know, he lives like a long. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cable, just kind of the same thing. He really fell off. Honestly, like 2 years ago, I give him like C tier. I don't think he just has the representation right now. And yeah, like I said with DV, he's just a heavy. Yeah, you know, can recover. Has good edge guard. It's hard to kill him, but he's not getting you off the stage like consistently. Yeah, there's big hits, but you know, other characters just combo him harder, and yeah, they're just better. They're just better at the things he does. This part. Everyone knows how to play around armor now. It's not that big of a deal. And yeah. Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant has one good move, and yes, it can carry him against some players, but like against anyone good, not really. And he also just gets he also gets worse the more you don't approach him. That's pretty much it. Have like that of a range. He has good anti-airs. Like, you know, maybe he's better than DD, but yeah, he's not all that. Oh. That character should not be winning. Dr. Mario? Dr. Mario is slow and bad. And no online performances. It's me that he should be anywhere lower than like bottom 3. Like he's probably 3rd worst in the game. So but yeah, slow, gets edge guarded. Sure, he has confirms, but yeah, in this game where like, you know, your punish game is in today's meta where the punish game is the strongest, so like no one wants to approach each other. Yeah, Dog does not drive that environment. Kirby's just a little too weak, in my opinion. He's probably he's definitely like the borderline between D and C tier for me. So yeah, he has some stuff and some results, but just does not have the range, the airspeed to keep up the others. So yeah, sorry, Kirby. I don't think highly of you. I'm gonna move on. Alright, so I'm gonna do the C tier. So the characters in C tier are okay to almost good, but they're just missing a few things. You see through glaring weakness. And most of them is just gonna be port disadvantage. But most of these characters advantage state are like pretty strong, and yeah, I do believe some of the characters in this tier can win majors with the right bracket. And let me start. So I'm gonna put editing here. I'll put Mario here. Duck Hunt I'll put here, but he's probably like the higher portion of this tier. Probably like a C plus, I would say. Alright, there's a few more. Ridley. Yes, Ridley's definitely in this tier. Again, he's more like a C plus as well. Rosa, I think, is like middle of the pack, not really good at all. I put Simon in this tier, but like lower. Pitt is pretty high in this tier, mostly because of Zachary. I'll explain more later. Alright, Zelda. Zelda, definitely a C tier. And let me keep looking. See if I forgot anyone. Lucas, C tier as well. Oh, put Mewtwo in this tier as well. I'm not really. I think most people say Mewtwo be higher, but I'm not convinced. Alright, DK. Pains me to say, but I have to put him like a little higher in the C tier. You just can't ignore him anymore. You can't ignore Chunky Kwan, probably Kirisu. You know, however you pronounce his name. Yeah. Anyone else C tier? Oh, Bowser Jr. at lower. Yeah, no, Bowser is not all that. Banjo, probably like next to Donkey Kong, I would say. Banjo's not good, but he has stuff. I think this is. Might have to go back and do this one. Oh, last character in C tier. So, yeah, the moment I'll fall through. I think Isabel is. I think she's like right here. So, like, honestly, I'll order it up to that. I think Isabel is better than. Definitely better than all of these characters. So, Zelda, Lucas, and Ridley. Probably Duck Hunt. Mario. It's a better name. Simon, Bowser Jr., Villager, Kirby. Yeah, I think Isabel is most likely better than all these characters in the current meta. I think she has some potential to be better than these three as well. But I can see the argument for these three being better. Since they're doing really good as they're doing, relative to their tools, they're overperforming, I would say. So yeah, a Villager, not put him at the bottom. I guess I'll talk about him first. Villager is just having a little time time right now, just because okay, so Panda Bear doesn't play. Pokemon only attends work events, I believe, like encores and stuff, and he does good. Yeah, he just does not have a lot of reputation right now, and his meta is kind of stagnated. And Cat has opted more for Isabel. I'll get to more of that later. Yeah, so not a lot of rep right now. Probably still has like a bit of ways to go as far as his meta is concerned, but yeah, it's people just been mostly doing the same thing for 10 years now, and most people know how to like edge guard him, deal shot, deal like tree, like ledge traps off stage. So yeah, time hasn't been too kind to him, and people have been preferring Isabel now ever since Tina's ended. So yeah, this might be an Isabel bias. I'll talk about Bowser Jr. now. Bowser Jr. just not all that. His projectile is just slow. His Mecha Koopa isn't really a non-factor. His Burst Shopton is it's okay, but it's easily telegraphed because he jumps back before he does it. It's just either they're gonna do crash out or just like jump afterwards. It's all really reactable. And yeah, also outside of Yoda Cage doesn't really have a strong rep. I don't think it's just really that point in the meta. Just mostly think about him like getting edge guarded for free as soon as like you knock him out of his B off stage. Really kills him for me. Simon Belmont fell off hard and is not that great. I don't think I just don't think there's really that much. There is much more to do with the Belmonts. I think they hit their ceiling. They have really bad disadvantage. If you hit them once, they just have no good escape options, like in the air. So it's just really hard for them. Like once they get hit, people have been Even I've studied the matchup and know how to get around like the holy water setups and all the ledge traps stuff. So they definitely got first over time, and just not as many reps in 2024 as like he had even 3 years ago or like 2 years ago. Mennonite is super linear and not really Mennonite's just really linear and not too, they're just no surprise. Like everything's telegraphed. He wants a dash attack or a down throw set up into a ladder, and that's pretty much it. He has mix ups with his double jump. He has certain cheese factor edge guarding with his side B and his neutral B, and that's pretty strong. That can be pretty good. Yeah, that's all there is really. He's really light, and while he does have X factor, the neutral's just so poor. Just not gonna get in all like a good player most of the time. Rosalina and Luma. Rosalina, I never thought highly of. Obviously, there's one good Rosalina right now that has results for it, so she be higher. But like, I mean, yeah, but you can also see she's clearly the reason Buzz has not won a major yet because she just gets walled by the better characters. They'd be Kazuya, Cherry, Corrin. And yeah, she is pretty technical, like good, but it's just not enough. But I did say all the characters in C tiers could potentially win a major with like super base bracket. Buzz was close, but yeah, you could clearly see her limits when she's playing against the better characters. Lucario. Alright, so here's the first character with like a really good X factor in Aura and Rage. But he's not all that quick. And he doesn't have the best range when it comes to it. So he can't really abuse the fear factor as well as like the other comeback characters. Joker, Terry. He has a few confirms, so I will admit he's pretty good. There's only really a few Lucarios that have done well in the region. Hasn't really had a major yet, so yeah, I'm putting him. Alright, Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt does have setups with all their projectiles, and yeah, the ledge trapping is really hard to get around. Duck Hunt has trouble killing, in my opinion. I don't think Duck Hunt gets like consistent kills, and I think just having to like wait until like 160, getting your opponent up to like 160, 170 isn't very consistent for a tournament. That's where I'll dock points from them, but they're pretty good. Duck Hunt's pretty good. Ridley. Alright, so Ridley's a heavy, but he's not as slow as like a King Dedede or Cable. So kind of fight up close if he has to. Like, he's okay at breaking zones. He's not amazing at it. Does have the fireball, which is good, and the range as well. Like his out tilt, down tilt are pretty good. So he's really good at edge guarding. He has a couple like good high tier matchups as well, I would say, in Fox. Like Fox is one of them. I don't know much else, but yeah, I would say that. And yeah, Ridley's pretty good, but still mostly just gets smacked around. Pit, you can't really ignore Pit, because while there's no one like really in America doing well with him, you can't just ignore Zach Ray competing at Japanese super majors with it and getting like top 5, top 3 placings. So he does have some stuff. Double jump mix-ups are pretty good. So he doesn't have like that bad of a disadvantage. He does have good points. And he has edge guarding too. So he has everything. They're just they're just that. There's really no like X factor or like surprise factor when you get with him. So he'll be consistent, but it's just gonna be hard to like play like up to your opponent if you're down as him. Which you probably heard before. Yeah, that's what I think. Lucas can potentially be higher. Probably has like much more potential than like Uphit or Zelda. Yeah, he's pretty hard to play. I know he has tech, so double jump his air, his nair combos, and like the down air footstool stuff. So yeah, I want to be a Lucas believer, but so far we haven't really seen it that much. I know it was the one Japanese 20 that he beat. There was a Lucas player that beat Snow, and we do have a Lucas player PR in New Jersey, which is good. Yeah, I need to see more from them. I'm willing to put them higher. Zelda has been pretty okay throughout most of all. Yeah, a lot of characters are like forced to deal with her Knight and like her side B ledge trapping. Of course, like not me, but yeah, she's pretty good. She could be a little bit anti-meta for like the projectile characters like Soldier, like Dusk, as I said, like maybe even Bowser Jr. But she's still just kind of slow. Has a few confirms, but still pretty light. So yeah, she also has a problem like playing up. To her opponent, to where like she can like get the upset. But yeah, she's alright. Alright. I'll skip Isabel for now. Donkey Kong. Alright, so Donkey Kong should honestly be in the bottom of D tier. Like somewhere in D tier. But no. I can't ignore Chunky Kong and Wariki Risu with like the Sparkle wins and like top 8 placings at majors. So yeah, Donkey Kong is actually pretty okay. So in the new meta where you have to kill your opponent and you have to be willing to box, Donkey Kong is actually pretty good at that. His matchups against Swordies is actually not that bad, like against Lucina and Cloud. I knew that before the Sparkle win, but now they're showing it. They've been really pushing this character hard. Yeah, Donkey Kong is not that bad. It's still heavy. So yeah, he still gets less shot than edge guarded to Oblivion. But yeah, you need to hit those edge guards and ledge traps, or else you can always win. Donkey Kong's like one of the first characters on this list. Like he could always win any lead. Most leads aren't safe. Alright, so Banjo-Kazooie. Despite all odds, most people I know like we're putting in like the bottom of C tier, like maybe like the high D tiers, but honestly, Vince, Toriguri, you convinced me. Banjo isn't that bad. He's kind of like Lucas, where he has like a lot of like hard tech you have to hit in tournament, and that's where his consistency can falter a bit. But if you are like hitting yourself, you're being solid, like hitting all your execution is fine. You can win. Banjo can beat the better characters, and his matchup thread doesn't seem that bad, honestly. Alright, so Mewtwo. Mewtwo, probably the gatekeeper for this tier because Mewtwo is light. Does have like a little bit of hurt box issues. Have combos. He doesn't get it really edge guarded like that potently, and he's pretty good just in general. He's always had representation throughout Ultimate, but nothing like too out there as in terms of like where I would place the B tier characters. So yeah, I think right there is a placement for him. And finally, also girl, C tier. It's pretty good, okay if this character in this game is Isabel. Alright, so I made a video, my thoughts on 13.0 Isabel. I have to rewatch that again, but I think what I said in that video was true. I think I said she can now get like top 8 at majors, and like she gets like a super duper lucky package, she can maybe win. And I still think that over time, I would say like the beginning of the game, she was like probably bottom 3, bottom 5, but yeah, no more, no more fucking around. She's right here. I think she's right here now. Think ignoring, you know, all the efforts. So all the post-pandemic adults have been putting okay, no. One a C tier. Does like well at all the Kowloons. He got forfeit one that was almost a major, so there's that. The area has won C tiers in the past. Daka top 8'd major in Europe, but you know, still counts. There's Axel. It's plays in Georgia. Was PR'd in Georgia, which is one of the strongest scenes. There's B Rice. It's PR'd in Arizona. Strong scene. Yeah, Neri's in Mexico. Mexico is also one of the strongest scenes. And yeah. And of course, I will myself in the conversation. I was probably the 5th best player. I would definitely call myself the 5th best player, even though I was ranked 6th in 2021, and I got ranked in the season afterwards, 12th in 2022. You know, I kept being consistent. I just happened to enter less tourneys at that point. But yeah, she has a good representation all around, in strong scenes. She has this is the best results she's ever had, and yeah, pretty much the only thing holding her back is her consistency. I don't like, yeah, and she doesn't really have an X factor. Like against these characters, she doesn't really need it. She can shut down like some of these characters like entire game plans, and the thing I said about like edge guarding and like ledge trapping, she does that pretty well. And she's kind of like a Lucas or like Banjo Light. Like if she has some tech, if you're on point, you're hitting everything, she could be really good. She can be really good, really frustrating for the opponent. And that can help too. The fact that like when she has a lead, she becomes really frustrated in the fight. She just has troubles making a comeback. That's all. But yeah, her consistency is much better than in 2019. But it's still just lacking. And her disadvantage could be better. But her advantage is really good, and that's why she has representation. It's pretty good. And what the meta, what you want in a character from the meta is what she has, and she has good matchups against some of the high tiers. Like she can fight Steve, she can fight Pac-Man, she can fight Inkling. She's good against Peach. She's good against Joker, Snake. These matchups are very common. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Isabel. I know y'all. There you go. Alright, now for the low high tiers. Not quite super high, but getting there. Pichu, definitely. Out to Puff. Ice Climbers, but at the very bottom. At the very bottom of the list. Oh, forgot about Ike. Yeah. I'm bad against him, but Ike is bad. Slow. It's probably like bottom C tier. Yeah, he fell off. Gotta put the Mies. I do think somewhat highly of them. Explain. I'll put Ken here. Steer. Oh, what about Robin? Is Robin good? Chaz. Robin okay. Maybe Robin should be the poster girl of this tier. Nah, I'm feeling a C plus for Robin. I'm gonna put Luigi E tier. Link. You. Cheek is probably in the higher portion. Samus, so like a good B plus. Toon Link is in this tier. Yes. Sora. Yeah, B tier. Ninja, B tier. Yeah. Put Bowser B tier, Falcon as well. McMahon by that tier. Olimar, honestly at the bottom of that tier. Alco. Inkling. Sorry, I gotta put you at the bottom. I used to put you top 3. What happened? So hero. Should be in the not real tier, but I'll just put him there. Alright, anyone else? I don't know, I take Sin or Arthur. Yeah, it's real quick. Oh, definitely a Wii Fit trainer this tier as well. Art. Put it at the bottom. Alright. I think that's good. So let's go through these. Off course, Dark Pit. I already placed Pit. I put him in C. Alright, let's go through a B. So From I don't have much to say. It's just a super glass cannon. Not all that much glass. Actually, no, a lot of glass, not as much cannon. It's like before, definitely fell off. And doesn't have much representation, but he's still like a fast sortie. So at the Woodman's tier, mark, uh, tippers are just hitting ultimate. You're hitting him, great. Not, it's like probably C tier. I just sleep in B tier because he's a fast sortie and ultimate. And yeah, those archetypes thrive here. Incineroar, maybe you think he's like a high C tier, but I don't think I can ignore Sky J's results. Even without him, Incineroar is like an X Factor character. He's one of the characters that, you know, it's hard to have a lead against because he can kill you from like any percent maybe. And like once he gets a few hits, that's when you start like panicking and stuff. Like he thrives off of that. So he's pretty strong. Ryu is strong, but I think is he the better Shoto? Might just be matchup dependent, but I think I'd still think Ken is the better Shoto, but both him and Ken are really strong. For the most part, they have good combos. Sure, they get edge guarded, but on stage, it's gonna be hard to like win neutral against them to like put them off stage. So yeah. So yeah, they're pretty consistent, all things considered, and really good with rage as well. Alright, so Hero is just hard to pin out how good he is because he can be like this tier sometimes he could be like a low C tier, D tier if things aren't going right. But he's a sortie and ultimate with magic spells. Some of the magic spells, you know, literally invalidate. Make it so that certain characters have a really hard time like putting him in neutral, edge guarding him, trapping him. So yeah, and due to its variants, I will put that tier. Wii Fit Trainer is strong. Shoutouts to the best Wii Fit Trainer, Xavier, showing what she can do down in Oregon. Yeah. Deep breathing is the fact that she can use deep breathing to like buff herself like a couple of seconds is really good for like tournament matches where you need to make comebacks or like, you know, you need to extend leads. You know, you can get a few hits and like kill your opponent. They'll make them want to approach you. It's pretty good. She doesn't have no real glaring weaknesses, I would say. Falcon should be higher this year. Falcon is still pretty good at ult, despite, you know, a couple of players like not playing anymore. Jokabu, it's pretty good. Rogue is has pretty good results. But yeah, Falcon has everything you want in an ult character. Like good like surprise factor. He doesn't really do the same. Doesn't really have like a super linear neutral. He has like a lot of like combo setups and like combo starters. Yeah. Inkling, or Inkling has literally everything you should want in Ultimate, but for some reason this character cannot close out a tournament set to save her life. The only person that has managed, there's only two people that have managed to consistently win tournament sets of Inkling. It's Cosmos and Shuriaki. And I'm talking about like top 8 in major tournament sets. So yeah, I really want to say she's better, but yeah, due to, you know, having a hard time like closing out certain games I have to put her in this tier. All right. This is opposite of Luigi. That's a very obvious neutral and very obvious like edgeguard full charge where most characters can like use their full charge to edgeguard him and validate him off stage. But on stage you have to he's just always scary and you could always like lose against him if he gets a certain hit or a certain so yeah, Luigi's a pretty good tournament character, all things considered. And he's not hard to play at all. So you can like learn him, pick him up, and then start like scaring people. Camp those platforms and stuff. Falco has good combos and like good matchups against like all the characters like below him. By the fact that his combos are consistent, but his neutral is very linear, and he's successful at getting edge guard, so he's not that good as like a Mega Man or like a Falcon, but he's good. Olimar is Olimar's still pretty good and can win, but he does have the glaring weaknesses that just a lot of people like exploit now. His like his weight and his recovery off stage, not having a hitbox. Like those are the only two weaknesses. Once he gets to hit on you, he has like certain Pikmin setup, he can just kill you. Or, like take it from like 0 to 90 so yeah. Those are pretty good. He should be like at the Kronk. But Gunner is very annoying. Kind of like a mini Samus. Like a mini Isabelle. Like she just gets the lead and then forces you to approach, and it could be really, really difficult for like some characters and awkward. It's like awkward to play against in tournament. You have to be in the mood, basically. You gotta be in the mood to like grind it out versus be Gunner, or else you're just gonna lose some time. Only like the ignorant characters doesn't have to like deal with like neutral against them. Just bypass it. Yeah. Bowser. Bowser was a little bit better before when the punish game and people's punish game was like less refined, but now that it is, he's kind of like falling off at the wayside. Bowser himself is still pretty ignorant, like the tough guy neutral. Like he has like crazy like shifting. If you ever played against one? But yeah, like honestly, the characters above him just like shit on him because they just hit him once and kill him, and he can't really do much to like retaliate back, even though he does have good speed for a heavy. Beast Swordsman. Maybe I should put you in C. Yeah, I'm putting Beast Swordsman C. Yeah, I think Beast Swordsman is less good than the other Miis. Just moveset wise and range wise, the other swordies are better. That's really all I have to say. I don't know. I'm not like a Beast Swords expert, but yeah, I'll put them right there. But I don't think Beast Swords Fight is trash, even though he has like low representation. He still has good moves. They're just less good than the other Miis. Toon Link, surprisingly, is only been going up. One has been doing really well. Vivid's been doing really well in Georgia. Shouts to my mutuals, and yeah, he's a really strong character. He's quick on the ground. Really hard to catch. It's really hard for characters to catch as well, which makes him like really annoying to fight. Yeah, he has good confirms, good edge guarding, good ledge trapping. Yeah, pretty potent. Ice climbers can be really, really good at times and really, really bad at times. They're kind of like Hero. They have like a lot of variants, and but like unlike Lucas and like Banjo, Ice climbers are more of a proven character in tournament, I would say. So like Big D, obviously. I know he places pretty high at majors, has really good wins. There's an Ice climbers from my region, Seal, who just beat Jackal yesterday. By the time I'm doing this video, so yeah. So yeah, as I said before, hard execution. But if you're getting it, if you're getting the execution, they could be like an A tier character. If you're not, they probably go down to like C tier, bottom of C tier. So I'll just average them out to a B tier. Jigglypuff. Should probably be a little not as high as Bowser. But this is just roughly ordered. Yeah. Jigglypuff is pretty good. She absolutely shits on the other characters. Has surprisingly really good like the high tier matchups against characters that have trouble like if your up B just doesn't let you like immediately like snap to the ledge, or you're like vulnerable for like a second, I'll just kind of kill you. That throw's really strong. There it's really strong, and her rest setups are pretty good. And she's proven it. Is proven in tournament. S still good. S is still good. I don't think there's really much more for him to go as far as like tier lists. I don't know if there's like much more NES players can do like really like some like beyond they've shown already. He does have good representation. Does have good results. So I'll place him right there. Pichu is still high tier. Do not believe the lies and the propaganda. Pichu's still really good. Pichu's not a C tier or a D tier. Pichu's just requires a bit more execution than the normal ult character and dies really early. So people just don't want to pick him in tournament anymore. That's the reason why. It's just easier to pick up certain characters that are better than Pichu. But yeah, Pichu's are hard to play high tier, not just like a low mid tier. Link should be a little lower. Yeah, Link is strong. I think Toon Link is better than Link. But yeah, Link's pretty strong. I can't really point to one thing like Link excels at, but just mostly his moveset, and probably it's just like air. Air is super broken. And he does have setups with bomb. He does have that one infinite with the forward air bomb he could do. If people start getting good at that, maybe he could be higher. So yeah, he's good. All right, so Sora is proven in tournament thanks to Kameme. Sora has like the inescapable like near forward air loops. And he could camp for a while. He can solo off stage for a while, and it's very annoying. It's good for a tournament setting. Yeah, Sora is pretty it's pretty good. Everything. Grid Ninja, not as good as I thought. Like free quarantine, definitely fell off, but still honestly a viable pick if you want to like just have a main in tournament. He still has the turns. He's really hard to hit, which is good at all since you don't want to get hit in the ultimate anymore. But yeah, Ninja has yeah, as I said before, confirms his edge guarding like isn't that crazy, but and his neutral is kind of telegraphed, but he's hard to punish. It's really hard to punish, and That's why Sheik is better than the Green Ninja. Sheik has had honestly a renaissance. So Void Slabbing and WebJP doing a lot for the character. Zachary has dabbled in Sheik. Japan thinks highly of Sheik. Yeah, she can't kill. And it can be hard to do consistently, but with the training mode that they have access to now, the Sheiks have been able to kind of alleviate the problem. They have like a bunch of setups that they do for kills now. Yeah, the character just dominates like while neutral. And yeah, that's a crazy punish game, so I have to put her pretty high. Samus is one of the minigame characters, and some of her stuff is just plain near unavoidable. Like her ledge traps, she has strong left traps. And charge shot in neutral is crazy. She should be here. Charge shot in neutral is too crazy for some characters to deal with. She kind of just steamrolls like the characters like below here. She's really annoying to play against. Annoying that she has lead and yeah. Now that she has a kill throw, she can threaten a lot more. She's at high percent, which helps her be more consistent in tournament. Mega Man. Mega Man fell off a little bit like after the nerfs, but it's coming back now. Peanut has it's really strong, and it has really good results. It's honestly has been getting like better and better as it goes along. So you know, Mega Man does have like ways to go. It's a little harder to play than the other characters, so he's one of those like hard to play in like high tiers. Really know if you are consistent and you start like getting good with him, yeah, he can be really good. And that's B tier. So all the characters in B tier can win majors without a lucky bracket. Yeah, can potentially win a major without a lucky bracket. If they just kind of like play their game and just like better pair the characters that are above, they can potentially win. They don't struggle as much as C tier, and it's not impossible like with D tier or bottom tier, in my opinion. So yeah, let's move on to A tier. A tier characters consistently win majors and either have like a really good X factor, or they fight the S tier characters really well. So example this be, I think on the outskirts of this tier would be Oreo, definitely Oreo. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm still young with Billy. Sorry. ZSS. Oh. Yoshi. Shulk. Sephiroth. Alright, Sephiroth, if you're going in the high B tier, Sephiroth wasn't like the high like A tier or like low S tier character we all thought he would be. It's just kind of too light, and can't really has trouble like fighting up close, but he's still a decent pick. Yeah, let's go there. Palu, still really good. Yeah, Fire Trough, I agree. Byleth, it's A tier in my opinion. Peach here, yes. Pac-Man. Lucina definitely. Terry. A Pokemon trainer, yes. Bayonetta, yeah. Bayonetta's probably at the bottom of this. Corin. And put her higher. And Diddy Kong. Yeah, this is hard to do. Yeah, let me just play some, talk about him, and then yeah, I'll talk about him. Yeah, I think that's good. No, Cloud's A tier. It's not S. But yeah, Min S. I'll put her I. Mario. I'll order everything later. And Roy is almost tippy top tier. I think that's good. Alright, so Alright, so Bayonetta, you've seen her. You can't ignore Tama P. I haven't even heard of before the Golden League tournaments. Ima's been doing good. He's been doing good. Lumen's always done good. Bayonetta's still good. Ever since she got her last buffs, she's been consistently winning. Consistently dominating in strong regions. Can't be ignored. Yeah, I remember when we all thought she was like C, like bad. But yeah, no. And others really good. Peach is still really good. Should probably be higher in this list. I'll put her higher soon. But yeah. Like potential level, her potential level is high. Like with all the zero to death stuff she can do, and Mutace has been starting to do it, but it does come at the cost of like its health. Yeah, so you know, I don't know how viable she can really be, like at her limit. Yeah, I think putting her in this tier is applicable, not the S tier, just because of that. She still has a couple of awkward matchups, like a little below her. Even though she is good against Steve, she kind of gets clapped by Game & Watch. And like, yeah. Byleth is it's never top tier. I never thought that, even like 2021. Byleth still belongs in this tier. Really powerful hits. Almost unedgeguardable recovery. Mix-ups that are really hard to contest with. Still really good character. Just kind of linear. Everyone knows like what she wants to do. So yeah, the characters above her, she just kind of gets a little bit gapped. But yeah, she can win. She can win consistently. Choke, maybe some people like have them higher, but I don't really see it. Chokes just haven't shown like how high he can go. Like he should really be going higher. Does have a like a solid X factor with Smash Heart, but it can also easily backfire on him. So yeah. So yeah, he's a sortie on rage. It could buff himself and makes you have to like adapt to a certain situation. And has mostly a really good. Doesn't really have any bad matchups. He has really good matchup spread. It's just yeah, he's not that like amazing. Right, so Oreo is also not that amazing, but he's also I can always win a character because of his win con. He has insane win con, and it's even if he doesn't have that, he has an air drive, so it's kind of hard to hit him, and good combos. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need in the ult. He pretty much always win, and he has good combos, so it doesn't matter like if he's like a little stubby, but he's pretty good weight as well, so he'll live like a while long. Him being stubby doesn't matter. Doesn't matter much. ZSS could be potentially higher if people were more willing to time out in Ultimate, since she's really fast, and it's hard for like a lot of the slower characters like in the bottom tiers to catch up with her. But no one really plays like that, so yeah, most ZSS just kind of get themselves like hit off stage, like when they're about to win a set and they just die like a straight edge guard. So yeah, that's why she's not higher. She could be. She's still really good, especially if playing like Ultra Campy. Sorry guys, but I'm still a Young Link believer. His disadvantage isn't really good, but he's still fast and was damn near unpunishable on like most of his variables, and his combos are really good. I do acknowledge that Toon Link is has been doing it better in the meta right now. I think like stats wise, even from like playing him, I had like a little Young Link at one point. I still think Young Link is better. Yeah, Young Link I think can be like a proven threat once again. He just needs a little bit more rep to bring him out, but yeah, I still think he's belongs in this tier, not in the B tier. Feels wrong putting him like Crop and Mark. A Wolf should probably be higher. Wolf is still really good. He's just a solid character, but like he can do anything. His only flaw really is that he can't really counter hit people like off stage if it's not like a side B like spike kill, and he'll die early off of that. But otherwise, he has everything you want in an ultimate character. Yeah, as long as like the Wolf player is playing good enough, he doesn't really fear like any character in the game, except for one. Talk about him later. Lucina, I currently secondary Lucina. I still think she's pretty good. She's has a linear neutral, I get that, but really good edge guarding, really good ledge trapping. Her speed and her being like a sort of ultimate, you know, these two are having like a pretty good matchup spread, and she doesn't really have to worry about like different play styles for like certain matchups. She can play her same play style for most matchups and get by. It still be really good. And yeah, ultimate mechanics just helps her a lot. Terry Bogard is very BS, very Vulcan. but he has a but he has one of the most poor disadvantages in this tier, so I can't put him in the S tier. But yeah, uh, some of the things he does, like input power dunk, you literally can't punish, and it's even safe on parry. He's also I can always win character with the go mechanic. So yeah, Terry's just Terry's really strong ult character. Yeah, no lead is safe against him. It's just that he just has a really poor disadvantage compared to the other characters in this game. Yoshi is a proven character thanks to Yoshidora, Pharaoh, Burst, and there's another one. I forget, but yeah, Yoshi's very proven. He has everything. It's good confirms. Edge guarding him for some characters is kind of difficult because of the way he up Bs is kind of hard for like some characters to cover. And yeah, he has really strong tournament results and is consistent because of his weight and because of the double jump armor. He doesn't really have like any like outward like killing like options that aren't like 2-hit confirms, but so like no, you can't kill off a grab, but he'll always be putting you in like awkward position, so sometimes it's just a matter of time before he gets the kill. But you know, if you're not getting like a super early kill, people can struggle to like live with you. Not like off time, but sometimes. So I skipped a few. I saw Palutena. Palutena is still very strong, although she's not she doesn't have as much like bullshit like all the other characters. She's just fundamentally like very sound, kind of like Lucina, but she has projectiles, so it's a little bit of like more difficult to cheese her than Lucina, I would say. Also because she has the teleport recovery, but she's still really good. Mario is a I can always win character. He just bounces around on the stage, fishing for up air, fishing for down air, and you know, sometimes it doesn't even matter where you DI. He'll just kill you off the top or kill you off up air, forward air, or up air, off B off the top. It can be really hard to play against him and like play like knowing you have a lead against him, but he's still stubby. And if he doesn't get a confirm, he has to get a straight smash attack for a stock, so that's why he is not S tier. But yeah, still really good. Pokemon Trainer, I still believe in, although probably the lower side. Not as much representation anymore, although one did just beat Scarlet at Golden Week. But yeah, as long as people start sticking mostly with Squirtle and Ivy, like learn how to like master those two, Pokemon Trainer like has a place in the meta. But yeah, like Squirtle and Ivy are like really good characters. Like Charizard is okay, but yeah, they still can work. I believe Pokemon trainers can still work. All right, Corrin is proven powerhouse in today's meta, starting all the way from honestly 2 years ago. They all started winning majors, and last year, Nail and Shattuck started to get on their come up, and now Shattuck's like a top 5 player, so you can't really ignore Corrin. She does extremely well versus the characters above her, so it gives her a place. That gives her a place in the meta, and yeah, no real glaring weaknesses, I would say. Speaking of Diddy Kong, very proven character, has a ton of rep. Tweaks 12 super majors. Banana and Monkey Flip alone are just really two good pulling moves that allow him to be consistent in tournament, especially in like last hit situations where you can't like get like a grab confirm anymore. However, he does like he is successful to get an edge guard and like he gets nicked off stage, so his consistency can be a little bit lacking, like in that area. But he's just a god, like in neutral stage. It can be really difficult to play against him. Speaking of Min is broken. I think Min is broken. She still has a ways to go because she's still on the newer end. She came out at like in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah, you can't really ignore her results. She has really strong results. She straight up invalidates like a lot of the characters like below her and gonna be a nuisance for the characters above her, and she makes you play her game. That's gonna be a recurring thing when it comes to like the characters in S tier. But it should be Boy is blazing fast and really explosive, and has the punish game that every alt character wants in the meta right now. He's just like a little bit successful to getting edge guarded, which make his consistency not as good as like the other characters like above him. But yeah, he's also just a god like on stage. It's just the longer you're playing neutral against him, it's probably just going to win the match like outright. It's everything. Cloud has that, but also he can buff himself, so that really as an extra layer of you can't really camp him, since he's just gonna be able to charge limit for free, and it will allow him to, like on stage for free, kill early, pretty much do whatever. Cloud is really strong, but should probably be more, since you see he has a few weird like mid-tier matchups like in the C tiers where they're really good at edge guarding him and getting him off stage, so those can be like awkward to play against. He could be successful to like just losing those matchups in 20, which lowers his consistency a little bit. But yeah, as long as you're playing solid like neutral, there's not really much like others can do against him. Alright, so Pac-Man is broken, but he's not as broken as the other S tier characters, so I feel safely placing him here. He plays his own game with the hydrant setup, so he just sets up his own basically like platform like at the stage, and then you start like having to play his own game, and it pretty much like stops any neutral and punish game like you're trying to do with your character if your character can't deal with it. So yeah, he's really strong, has really good consistency with Bell and Key and Galaxian. He has like good combo tools, he has good kill confirms. Just sometimes I see characters like live like pretty high against Pac-Man if they avoid the bell. That can be a problem sometimes when you're in tournament. But yeah, no, Pac-Man's very strong. He's probably the strongest like tournament character that is not S tier. And yeah, for the last tier we have S tier. Name tier list. I'll start placing my S tier characters. And alright. I think that's it. Yeah, I didn't leave anyone out, so yeah. Here's my S tier. I don't know if anyone's surprised, but I think Fox is clearly just one of the best characters in the game. Yeah, blah blah blah. He gets edge guarded. Yeah, blah blah blah. He is successful off stage, but he almost if he's playing good enough, most of his mix-ups is just like unreactable. His combo game, honestly, I think still has a ways to go. And he has really strong ledge trapping himself. He practically cover everything with like Nair at the ledge, and, like dash attack on the ledge. And yeah, if the Fox player has like good enough reactions, it's just you just won't be getting go off the stage as much as the other characters. That can be, edge guarded easily. So yeah, Fox just has like a million confirms to kill you. Just that sometimes in tournament, they can be pretty hard to hit if you see the Nair coming. And he doesn't have a kill throw, so that's why I put him at like the bottom. Yeah, he's still a pretty big consistent tournament character who could just erase stocks like in seconds. Joker is still obviously top tier in Broken, but I think most of us have seen throughout the years that the Arson of E having an easier two frame and like being easier to edge guard really inhibits him like off stage. It's like when you get it off stage and like you're forced to up B, it can put you like in a really fast position. But other than that, Joker is can always win character due to his attacks having much extra when he gets Arson, and he's still like an A tier character, So yeah, Pikachu, I don't say I'm still a Pikachu believer. This character has everything. Can't hit him. He can always win. Can't hit him. And Pikachu players are only going to get better with those, up air bridges and air drag downs. So yeah, it's only going to get worse. He can time you. He can time you out. He has really good stall tactics. Yeah, Pika's the top tier. I don't care. Just low representation. That's the only thing that's holding him back right now. Besides from obviously Shiny Heart. Alright, so Pyramithra. Alright, so this is so kind of like Joker on paper. Pyramithra should be like top 3. Pyramithra have everything. Like Mithra decides when you wanna. Mithra herself decides when you want to get back to neutral when she puts you in the air, because she's just so fast. She can just cover pretty much every like disadvantage option you pick once she puts you in the air, and it's really hard to play against. But and of course, you know, you switch to pyro like when you want to get a kill, and like stuff like down air, like up smash, are really good confirms that kill super early. That's all good, but that's what's on paper. In practice, the pyro Mithras just kind of get Hell's Gated from Snake. They get dash attacked from instead of Hell's Gate from Kazuya. They get dash attacked from Snake, or they just get gyro nared from Rob, and they just die. They just die at 0, and they can't really do much about it because of the recovery. So yeah, the recovery is very successful, but they are gods in neutral and they validate characters. So that's why they're in this tier. But they honestly should be higher. They should be higher, but it just doesn't pan out that way in tournament for like any of the higher vendors really. Kazuya is super broken and super ignorant, and deserves to be in this tier. He has everything you can want in an alt character and an attacking character somehow. His ability on his strongest attack, armor, a reflector, grabs, kill confirms from literally everything. The only thing is just that he has a poor jump squad, and his recovery is is more susceptible than the characters above him. But yeah, he's a can always win character. Really, no lead is ever safe. And yeah, the disadvantage is the only reason he's just not above the other characters for me. Snake, I believe, is top 5. I am a hurt believer. That guy is too broken, and yeah, he's really showing why Snake is just hard to play against. Pretty much, he just makes you crazy with grenades and the C4 Beaververse mix-ups, so it's just hard to have him at disadvantage. And he makes you like want to swing at disadvantage to like catch him. But his grenades placements are way too good. Yeah, and then he just and then once you're taking that damage, he just gets you off stage and just edge guards you and lives forever. So his own edge guarding recoveries are really good. Yeah, since Snake doesn't mind trades much, so really good in the neutral, like all axes of the game, right? Yeah, he's really good for tournaments. All right, so these next 4 characters might have like bad matchup charts or like bad matchups sometimes, and maybe have some player depths, but they can. These next 4 characters are always can win characters. So Rob can always win. He's easy to play, easy to pick up. Rob does have a few like awkward matchups, like down here maybe, even some in C tier. But like in tournament, it doesn't really matter since they all just get hit by the same confirm anyway, which is the Nair, Gyro, Side B off stage. It kills everyone the same. You don't have to change up your playstyle much in order to beat most of the characters below him, and that's why he's up there. I also think the same about Game & Watch, except Game & Watch, while he is lighter than Rob, his character frame isn't as big, so Game & Watch can like duck under certain things, and he's harder to hit. So that's why I think Game & Watch is a little better, and he's harder to punish. I think Game & Watch is a little harder to punish as well, but they both have pretty safe aerials. Yeah, Game & Watch is ignorant. He's very safe. You don't have to change up your playstyle. Play against most characters. He doesn't have to commit to anything, but he gets a lot of reward off of a hit. But not as much reward as Sonic. Sonic can play the waiting game, he can play the timeout game, he can honestly play the aggressive game. But yeah, most just resorts to just waiting for you to make the mistake and then punishing for you for it because he can pretty much cover everything wherever you are on the stage because of his speed. Yeah, creating like Game & Watch, he doesn't have to take risks at all. Yeah, he doesn't have to take a risk at all to hit the opponent, and he gets like a lot of reward. And if you fall behind Sonic, you are playing his game, basically. Just too good, honestly. And he just shits on like all of these characters except for Pyromancer, like in his tier. Shits on Game & Watch. Rob is probably even. He shits on Snake. He shits on Kazuya. Shits on Joker. And finally, the best character in the game. No surprise, it's Steve. He can build his own platforms. He can combo from anywhere, from anything. And we haven't even reached the limits of what he can do in tournament yet. Like, Steve mains are always constantly posting tech, pushing his character, which is good. But yeah, he's clearly just the best character in the game. He can build his own caves of life. Those kind of stages are banned anyway, but it's funny enough, he can just, build his own. It's like, okay, there's a PMLG, which we haven't really been used that, but yeah, the fact that he can cancel his stun, that's just another repertoire. And that's the thing, whenever you think like Steve's repertoire is like he's just out of things, he just pulls out another one from the hat. And that's why he's just like the hardest character to play against in the game, because you always have to be conscious of everything, and then he just pulls out another new thing probably never seen before, and it just nets him all the reward for no risk. So yeah, Steve is the epitome of all reward risks, and he's not that difficult to play. So if you pick him up like in the most time, you can be pretty confident, be pretty competent, and if you want to make money playing Ultimate, you pick from these 4 characters. Sonic is admittedly not as easy to pick up as like Game & Watch, Rob, and Steve, but still good enough to where you'll be in consistent force in tournaments enough to win. Yeah, you're gonna see mostly these characters win super majors from now on, like these 5, because of those things I just said. And yeah, I personally do not think Steve should be banned. I don't think there's a reason to ban Steve, because he's not representative in the meta, even though he's clearly the best character and he has the most main. He's not that open representative to where he invalidates like every single character like below him, since obviously Akola hasn't still beaten Spargo or Sonics, so obviously he's still beatable, but he's just really strong. And I know like there's a problem with like spectators not liking him and stuff, but I don't think that's the reason to ban a character. Although if he was banned, I would understand it. But yeah, there is my tier list in general. I think a pretty good idea of where characters are in the game currently so far. As of 24, we got the next Boomerang season coming up. I'm excited to watch the winners for that and see where these characters end up. It'd be nice if I could participate, but no. It just will not work out right now. But yeah, here's my tier list. I'm gonna move around some characters. As you know, B and S look fine. This is roughly ordered. Not exactly, but like rough. This is a rough, I'd say. And yes, ready to save. And there it is. There is my current tier list, Smash Ultimate. I hope y'all enjoyed YouTube.